on other boxes or blocks, and it's always so yeah, I got to be there and look at it from the start.
What was your first experience playing Minecraft? How were you introduced to it?
Actually, that was before I met Marcus the first time. I played with my friend, and he had brought the swine flu from California with him, so we were both sick. I think we played for like 4 days without much sleep, and I had fever dreams about my buildings collapsing. But now that I think back of it, I don't understand why I didn't realize that this was going to be a huge success.
To be honest, I really didn't understand the power of the game in the beginning. I think at the point where Marcus took me aside at the office and said, I really need to focus on this. And he told me about the success and you know what kind of numbers he had. Then I realized that this is going to be something big.
Succé med spelet Minecraft, berättar Stefan.
Then like early this year it got like a big popularity spike, and I quit my job and went full time, and then I decided that I probably need to start a company here because I can't keep up with like the demand on the game. So and now we're 7 people and we have an office, and it's a new year and it's finally beta.
So, okay.
Sure.
All right, our first
is our fancy
template looks like this. By the way,
there you go. Welcome. So here we go. Office space.
So
we have a PC section and a Mac section.
That's basically that.
We're thinking about having sort of a Minecraft wallpaper here. So this is Jacob.
Yeah, you know, so what we can do is
one of the co-founders of
Mojang first, but you can
over there we have Jeb.
Make your gun a
game developer,
just like Minecraft.
Yeah, so over here we have
What
Daniel Kaplan,
I would do is I would say let only the bullets.
Exactly. And here is Notch. I'm sort of showing them around the office.
Could be mined.
And
make the bullet invisible. I'll see it, and then I would
use the reason why we're all here.
A swinging animation.
I am God.
You know, so that's something we're not going to do right now, but it's definitely something.
Did I say I'm God on camera?
Yes, I think you did.
Yes. Yeah, everybody signed attendance.
We want to build a company that we can work at for a long time. It's not the kind of venture capital type of business that we want to build something quick and boost it and then sell it off. We want to build a company that we really like to work with and do it for a long period of time.
Yeah, being able to be self-funded is the biggest advantage. A lot of people wanted to invest,
is don't delete
but we
anything. We're just gonna
didn't really need it, it's great
right
because now we
from the very
just
start.
own ourselves.
So everybody's going to run Unreal now. Right away,
you know, we haven't
gotten
any backup
and this blueprint's
from
going to be our
any other
block.
big company or something like that.
So any type of
we haven't spent a single
grass,
dime on marketing,
water, stone,
and
wood,
has all
doesn't
been
matter. It's
from
all going to come from
people
one
talking about the game
That's it.
and different blogs.
So we're going to make that blueprint now. It's going to have all
even more so. I think when you read like on forums
So,
or things
lower
like the
left,
players,
everybody,
how they describe the game, it's pretty amazing to see. Now you can see how. You know, it's not just numbers. They describe the emotion and how hooked they are. And I was playing all night again. I can't go to work. Oh, I gotta call in sick. I just gotta play some Minecraft first.
Minecraft is
I'm hearing music.
an exploration and creative building game.
BP.
It's a toy, I would
Really
say.
good way of naming things.
You can build
_block.
almost anything that you can imagine.
And then you're going to double click it to open it. I'll repeat that instruction one more time. So for everybody,
I don't know.
we clicked add new.
It's very inspiring somehow.
We chose blueprint class.
It encourages people to use their own imagination. It's not linear at all. It's not, you know, go to this point and do this and go to this. But, you know, use your imagination and go wild and see what you can create. And I personally love that in games, and I've seen a lot of lot of positive comments just about that fact in Minecraft. That for the first time in ages, I got to use my imagination.
Blueprint with the first thing I want you to add is a static mesh. So click the plus icon.
I remember the first time I stumbled across an underground cavern as I was mining, and just as I sort of cracked through the wall and came out into this, it was kind of like an underground thing going on, and it was zombies and stuff, and the music kicked in just then, and it was like
just leave it as
you couldn't have scripted a better moment, I think, in the game, and this happened by random, really. And that makes it more powerful, I guess, since it's your own.
You say you have kids yourself. Do you try to play Minecraft with them, or?
Yeah, I have with my daughter. Minecraft, as she calls it.
Yeah.
Her English is so. But we do play it together. My other kid is he's 2, so he's way too young. I tried to play Mario Kart with him. He sucks.
Yeah, I love it when people are playing with the kids, because it's because I played games as a kid and really had like this weird imagination combination with the game. It's fun to imagine other kids having that, have something I made.
So that's now nothing. We haven't set what the static mesh is yet. So let's do that. We want to set it to a cube. So with that static mesh selected on the details panel on the right, in the static mesh category, it currently says none. Click the drop down and then choose if it's cube. Mines are at the top here. Go 1m_cube, and that'll be perfect. Highlighted on your right side.
Yeah,
called static
I've been recognized a couple of times.
The details panel.
Like once just standing around with some friends and once waiting for a train, this guy just walked up like, "Did you make Minecraft?" It feels really weird because it's like it's mostly like distant relatives and like suddenly contacted me on Facebook. Like first time in like 5 years. It's like, "Wow, we read about you in a newspaper and stuff." Yeah, it's really weird. I just made a game. Well, I'm trying to make a game. It's not even finished.
It's winning all these awards still.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's not done yet.
Yeah, it's crazy. PC Gamer Game of the Year from PC Gamer UK is just crazy.
Yeah, PC Gamer UK named it the Game of the Year. That's pretty impressive for a game that has been in alpha mode.
Right. His Rust looks a lot like the Minecraft.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like it's a weird way of making a game. You just put it out and kind of keep working on it as you're making it. So it's kind of hard to say, is it released or is it not released?
Yeah, like how long? But like first of all, do we want to keep working on it for like 2 years before we release, or like 2 months, or?
It's up to you until you run out of steam, I guess.
Yeah, but like, what is the like final version? I don't even know. I just focus so hard on the beta.
I try to make sure it's like, this is not the game. I'm just working on it, and you can play it while I'm making it. Kind of, hopefully.
That's awfully bouncy. We have to decide what actually like the full version of the game is. That's kind of the first step, I guess. Then the next step is to do that.
Finally, like being able to say this is Minecraft, have something you can look at and say this is the final version. Because I rarely finish my hobby projects. And now it's grown into a big company, so I should probably finish it.
The new roadmap.
Yes. We probably missed a bunch of things. But I think this is a good basis. You basically took no time off during Christmas, did you?
No, not really.
Oh yeah, letting other people into the code. That was really scary. Jels is the guy now working in Minecraft with me.
One change I've made is that spiders will climb up walls.
You use a ladder thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
They are always on ladders.
Okay. So if they hit that's a pretty clever hack.
Every time you change stuff, somebody is going to say that it's better before, and somebody is going to say this is much better. But most of the time you have to like focus on what you're feeling yourself, if it's good or bad.
And
another thing, a
fill our
suggestion
world with
is
some blocks
to make
so we can
a scarecrow, because it would be so fun, because
So
you
what I
have
want
like
you
a
to do,
pumpkin here,
Yeah.
and then some cloth, and then some
what I want
sticks.
you to do is,
It would look very cute.
Or the hay in the middle.
system,
Ah, yeah, the hay, of
right?
course.
And
Maybe you can use them like a target dummy for the creepers.
Yeah, it would attract monsters.
change that
Yeah.
to 100.
And we should have snowmen as well that
Change it to
throw
100.
snowballs.
It's in the upper
It's
right.
like when I see like suggestions from the community, then I try not to add it because it feels like I'm doing like
Minecraft.
just they just ask for things, then I add them, and it's not necessarily my like idea that's driving it anymore. But that's changing now because Jels is adding stuff that he thinks
When you
works.
drag these blocks out,
But well, when I see it actually in the game and it makes sense, I kind of was much easier to just accept it.
So
it was
once you've set
it
it
worked
to
a
100,
lot better than I thought it would.
the grid,
I think it's
drag some blocks
a matter of
into
just
the world.
letting go. I think because it's good for the game. But the trap block was just
See, they snap perfectly.
Yeah, right now it's really fun to add stuff to Minecraft, I must say. It's also fun to be part of this so early and really be with the core team. I don't know how big we're going to be in the future, but it's fun to be
Dragging it from your content browser, dragging BP block,
I started here
in the blueprint
2 days ago
into your world.
on Monday.
No, I wouldn't do that because Minecraft, the blocks are exactly the same size
Welcome to Mojang.
throughout the entire game,
I've had
so it wouldn't change that.
got 600
Change it,
followers
you won't
on
fit
Twitter
together.
since Monday. I had a thread on Reddit discussing me.
It's just an awesome place to be right now. It's like I catch myself walking down the street or just thinking that, you know, there's not a job out there that I would rather have, that I would trade in for this.
So that's because I'm on a grid. So see where I'm here? I have that set to 100, and that's to make them move to each other evenly.
I hope he doesn't miss us and hit the other guy.
Punch his pal in the face and they're all gonna fall in that. This is exciting.
Are they gonna hit you from the other
So
side?
far, you've been
Here we go.
blocks.
Whoa!
Like
So
block,
it's really good. And,
block type.
very interesting what's going to happen.
So,
We're going to have like a
Let's check.
tomorrow we're going to have like the
Once
strategy
you got a certain number
meeting
of
day
blocks
thing,
in the world,
trying to
it's
work out
fine, it's good
what
enough.
we're actually going to do.
Later. What I want you to do is
We are now discussing the game
add
that shall not be
something
named.
new. I've never shown you this before. Really helpful.
we moved on?
In your project.
Yeah, which is
something
not
called
announced yet. It's
enumeration.
trademark.
Numeration.
Okay.
Should we look into a
It's
shorter
an
name?
num sort. And all that is a fancy
We're probably going to have a lot of
A list.
people having ideas
We're
what
gonna
type,
make a
what type of
list
game we're
in a num.
building, and
It's going to be a list.
a lot of people might be
blocks.
disappointed that it's
So,
not even close
we're
to
gonna have a list,
Minecraft,
and on that list,
and
dirt,
the opposite,
stone,
that people are going to be really
water,
thrilled that it's
lava, whatever, right?
not close to
So
Minecraft.
to do that,
I mean, I expect we're gonna get some
Add
people
new button,
who
green
say it's a
one.
bad follow-up game because even they don't necessarily like this genre. But at the same time, I don't think gamers are so one-dimensional that they only like one type of game. You know, I only like first-person shooters, multiplayer. But it's a bit stressful, and I'm sure a lot of people who played Minecraft or a great Minecraft fan, they're gonna hate it. But
A lot of people will have opinions and why you're making this and not this. I'm also a little bit, it's a little bit different because we're going in with a new project with a quite big budget. So it's a big investment. Previously, you start out with nothing and you make a game for yourself. Usually the investment is your time. Now it's both time and money, and it suddenly becomes more important for a success.
I feel the inspiration. I think with Minecraft there was a certain element of luck.
it's only Mark Pearson, the inventor of Minecraft, talking in the background. So. Although, you know that Minecraft was made by one person? Yeah, at least initially, and then a team built around it. And its own engine, too. He wrote the engine from scratch for it. He wrote in Java. So, real smart guy. He's a billionaire now. He's something like that, 2-3 billion to Microsoft. Yeah. Dude. He bought a house in Beverly Hills. It's like near us, right? In California. And I think it was $100 million or something, right? So stick to video games, guys and gals. Maybe you can make it big, right? So, okay. So you've made your enumeration. I'm going to go through that step just now for those of you who want me to see it again. So what I'm going to do, we just did this. I'm going to show you how to do it though. We're adding the list, the enumeration. Click Add New. Go to Blueprint. Right here, this little mini window comes up with all these options. I click Enumeration, and I'm going to name it Block Type.
So add new blueprint class?
Not blueprint class. Just if you look, there's like toward the bottom, there's a bunch of categories. One's called blueprint. Enumeration's in the category.
And then which one we choose?
Enumeration.
All right.
And then you name it block type, and then you double click it to open it. So everyone double click that so you can open. And once you open it, you're going to get a rather blank looking screen.
Enumeration?
Enumeration, yep. So you hit the Add New button. It's not in Blueprint class. So if you have Blueprint class open, exit that. It's in the category called Blueprint.
Rename it whatever.
Name it block type.
Oh, block. It says mid mass class.
So go ahead and help your neighbor out if you've done it, but they haven't. We'll move on in a second.
And then reopen it.
Yes, you open it by double clicking it. And once you open it, you should be on a screen that looks like this. It's really blank looking. And that's because it's a very simple thing we're making. We're making a list. Yeah. Yours doesn't. It could just be because I have a newer version of the engine, so it might look a little different, but it's the same idea. Yeah, that too. Okay, so everybody, what I want you to do is you're on this list. I see some people aren't doing this, so if you're behind, then I won't be able to repeat myself. I can't keep going back. So what I want you to do is there's a new button on the right here. Click the new button. And if you click it a couple times, you'll see this list fills up. And then if it's too much, you can click the X icon and it'll just take it away. All right. But we're going to do about 4 items in our list for now. We can always add later. And the first one I'm going to name in the display name Dirt. And the second one I'm going to name Grass. Third one I'm going to name Stone. The last name I'll name Water for a water block. So these are different types of blocks we can have. Yeah. Dirt, grass, stone, water. Once you've done that, you can hit save. And then you can click out of that. That's all we got to do for that. So, this is on the left. So once you made your list of the 4 things, dirt, grass, stone, water, go back to your blueprint. We're going to go back to our block here. And in the lower left, in the variable section, we're going to make a variable that has this list in it, that stores this list. So click the little plus icon next to variable, so this plus variable, and you're going to name this new variable type or block type or whatever. So that's the lower left. You click plus variable, adds a new variable, variable type. Block type, yeah.
So what variable type should it be?
So he just asked the next step, what variable type should it be? Right now it's a Boolean. We don't want a Boolean. So click in the details panel where it says Boolean, the drop down, and type in the name of our list. Type in the name of our enum. And if you type it in, it's named block type, you'll see it comes up now under a category called enum. And you want to change it to that. Our block type should be, or our variable type should be block type. And once you've done that, hit compile on the left here, and you'll see in details our default value it's our list. And you can select either one, grass, stone, water, dirt. Once you've done that, we're going to go to another area that we haven't covered before, which is the construction script, right? I've had you guys do stuff in the event graph. We've done stuff in the viewport as we're doing now. There's that third tab in our blueprint called construction script. Go ahead and click on construction script. Construction script is basically the same thing as our event graph. It works the same. The blueprint code works the same.
Construction script.
Yeah, the middle one. And what construction script is it's basically for code that happens before a game plays. So it's not like begin play, it's before a game play, including while we're in the editor. And what we want to do here is we want to make it so that when we change that word that says our list, so if we change a block from being the rock type to the water type to the stone type, that certain things change about it. And first thing we'll do is we'll change the way it looks. We'll change its material, the material of that 3D object of our static mesh. So to do that, it's real simple. What I want you to do is you're on construction script in the left here, lower left, drag block type onto your graph and choose get. Drag block type and choose get. Then drag off of block type and type in the word switch. And you'll see something that says switch on block type. Click that. Yes, get. If you drag off of block type, there should be something called switch. And then connect the construction script to the front of that. So it should look like mine.
What? Oh, never mind. We're supposed to drag from construction script.
Yeah, well, this type of word switch, that's it. Oh.
Because the Boolean is on off, so delete that. Click your block type, variable type, change the Boolean, and then you want to type in block type. And then actually, see the squares? See the sets of
What? What? Okay. What?
Drag off of there and drag off there. Oh, you were last time. What's up? What? It actually is, but your old one is still stuck based on the older bits. You guys have to change those. All right, we're gonna move on. So you can kind of figure out what's going on here. What the switch does is it basically gives us different areas to execute code depending on what the value of our list is. So if this is equal to, if this is dirt currently, we'll do this dirt code. If it's grass, we'll do this grass code. And so you can drag wires to set which code happens for which thing. So what I want you to do is, next step guys, listen up. Drag static mesh onto your graph here. Yeah, drag static mesh there. And then drag off of static mesh and type in set material. And then choose set material.
Wait, we have to make a static mesh.
You should already have a static mesh because we added that the first thing we did. And remember we set it to the cube.
Oh, I didn't add it then.
Already added.
So what I want you to do is, so you have the static mesh, and then you can look at the set material. It's pretty simple. Already connected to our target is your static mesh. Element index is nothing. That's fine. The bottom part is material, and it says select asset. What you want to do is click that drop down and type in the material you want to change it to. So I'm going to change it to rust because dirt should look like the rust. Okay. Anyway, look at my code and copy what I just did up here.
Which static mesh I click?
So that's fine. We'll just do
Oh, now I know why. Because it says Q.
you want your variable on so
It's over here.
Q set material. Set material. Okay. Now what we're going to do is make sure you have these connected. Make sure you connect that dirt channel into the set material there. What we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste this and do it for the rest of the list. So to copy and paste, I'm going to left click and drag so I highlight this. So I highlight both these static mesh and set material. Command C, Command V. That's going to copy and paste it. And I'm going to kind of stack them on top of each other. It's the best way to organize this. Drag the grass into this second one, this new set material, and then just change the material there to grass. Yeah.
Like, you know how dirt is connected already?
Yes.
Do we switch that out with the
No, you want the wire to stay connected to the first one, if I understand the question correctly. This is going to stay, and when you copy and paste it, it's not going to take the wire with it, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to you're just copying and pasting these two nodes, the one that says static mesh and the set material. That's it. And so what I want you to do is do that for all of them. So copy and paste. For stone, I'm going to change the material for the stone material. There's a couple different options in here. I'm going to choose one called sandstone.
Command V. Command C. Command C. Command V. Yes. That's it? Yes.
Remember, you have to highlight what you're copying and pasting. Okay. For the last one, I'm going to make sure the material for that one's the lake water material. And so it should look something like mine, where you have this whole stack of code, and it's all going to each channel.
So you can use any water texture?
Yeah, any water you want. For stone, there's some good stuff like there's cobblestone materials you could use, things like that. And once you've done that, there's only one more thing we got to do, which is in our variable in the lower left here. Go ahead and take a look at it. Block type, lower left. And there's a little, if you click on it, you'll see there's something, it looks, what's supposed to be is a closed eyeball kind of icon. And if you click on it, it turns into an open eye. So go ahead and click that and make sure it's set as an open eye.
What? Okay, heck, the variables and which stone should we choose?
So you're taking block type and you're clicking the eyeball so it's an open eye. All that means is it's the variable can be seen and changed from our details panel when it's in our world. I'm sorry? After you change them, after you've done all this code, I want you to look at your variable here called block type in the lower left, and then just click this button. It's on the same line as block type. It's a closed eyeball by default. If you click it, it turns into an open eyeball icon. Yeah. Yep, that's all you got to do. Now, moving on, everyone go to the front of Unreal and select a block. If you click on your blocks, take a look in your details panel, and voila. you have a setting called block type. The setting that you made. That's why we click that eyeball icon that sends it to the details panel out here. And what you can do is if you change it from dirt to grass, your block's going to change. Change it from grass to stone, water. So you can now start customizing your world in these blocks just by selecting what type it is.
I don't see default.
Well, it might. So guys, if you don't have it, that means your eyeball icon isn't checked, isn't open. So back on your block, make sure your variable says block type. It should look like mine. There should be like a yellow eyeball.
I did open it.
Okay, so then you maybe hit compile.
Oh, compile?
Yeah, compile probably do it. And then you have to go out here. And it's just in the details panel, right toward the top, when you click on a block.
Blocks great. Great. I thought he compiled the blocks for people late. That stone looks nasty. Compiles, you look nasty. We all do.
Overlap, oh, it's not. Oh, Pharaoh is so there's both of these blocks. Right. So bad. You like it? Oh, it's because of scale. Now there's that. Oh, the blocks are not. I don't time it.
Why the blocks are not playing?
Yeah, so I need you guys to follow the video now for the rest of the class so that you can be ahead so you won't get left behind.
Why the mixers? Why would you choose these people?
Yeah, so you go to Dotware Games YouTube channel, you go to uploads. Yeah, that's. What's that? Oh, so they're not going to, guys, if you shoot them, they're not going to break yet because we haven't enabled that code and they're not going to fall or anything like that. So we'll be doing that probably in our next lesson. Tomorrow will be the time. There's a couple other things I want to do. There's one more thing I want to do with the time we have. Yeah, we have about 10 minutes. So everybody go to your block. The last thing I want to do is I want to give these blocks health. Health, right? Because in Minecraft, when you hit stone, it takes a lot longer for it to get destroyed than if you hit dirt. And diamond takes like the longest to mine, right?
No,
it's obsidian. Oh, obsidian. Okay, very well. So, what we're going to do is we're going to give our block health and change the health depending on what type of block it is. So that's real simple. We'll start by adding a variable in the lower left where it says variable. Click the plus icon. Just name this health or block health. And then in the details panel, make sure you change the variable type to an integer. So it's a number, right? Store health. And then I want you to drag this health onto your graph, and it's going to say get or set. We want to set. And we're just going to add the set health, Command C, Command V, to all the different parts.
So and then set health. So we make a new variable called health.
Yes.
And what type should it be?
The type should be integer. The variable type should be integer. And then on set, I put all these set nodes here after the set materials. And then I'll just control now what the health gets set to depending on what channel we're going off of. So for the dirt channel, I'm going to set health to 3. So that means it will make it 3 hits for the dirt to be destroyed. For grass, I'm going to change it also to 3. For stone, I'm going to change it to 12. So it's going to take a lot longer to mine stone. And then for water, I'm going to change it because water isn't really mineable. So I'll change it to like something like 1,000. So the player's never going to hit water 1,000 times. So it's basically turning it off by doing that. What's that? Why can't we just what? Put none? We could. That's bad, but we'd have to code a little more and add a few more things. And for now, it's okay just to sort of cheat it by saying, make it like 1,000 or 10,000, because basically no player ever is going to mine water by hitting it 1,000 times. Now that we've done that, we can continue off of that code later on when we add to this lesson and actually use that code to determine how many times we can hit a block for it to get mined. And that's it for the lesson formally. So I'm going to end the live